What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome to the WARFRAME video. I'm trying a new method of recording this today to cut down on rambling. So if I sound a little bit, sped up, that's because I'm trying something new. So we're going over the Arum Spinosa today, which is complete garbage mastery fodder. All right, that is all I need to say. Actually, no, we're going to go over it a little bit more. This thing is a status-focused Warfan, which comes from the Tier 2 Isolation Vaults on Deimos Arcana, that update, whatever it's called. And this thing is really, really bad. So there's a couple things here. It's got mainly slash with 9% crit chance, 1.9 multiplier. It has heavy attack, like blades it launches out, but they're currently bugged. They're supposed to be doing 4 slash procs. They don't do that. So just get the Quasis instead if you're looking for a projectile-focused heavy attack weapon that's not a gun blade. It's basically going to be, your choices are going to be the Quasis and the Arum Spinosa. But we'll just show right here. They're supposed to be doing 4 slash procs on this heavy attack build. There's none to be found. So you just get the Quasis instead. This thing is really, really terrible. I would not recommend it to you unless you just need the mastery. Like, honestly, even farming it is annoying because you have to do the Tier 2 Isolation Vault. I think it's tradable, at least. So you can buy it from somebody who farmed it out, I guess. But who is honestly farming this nowadays? The Tier 2 Isolation Vault, it's just such a random thing to farm. I mean, there probably are some people that do it. But as far as it stands right now, don't do the heavy attack build. You can either do a full status build or a attempt at a hybrid build. Since it only has 9% crit chance, the hybrid build, honestly, is a little bit not great. But, you could make it work, kind of. We're going to be doing a full status build to show off first, where it's going to have, since you're not doing any crit, like, you could potentially put a crit mod on here, even on the status build, like Berserker. But, yeah, it's going to be focused on slash procs, and we've got Virulent Scourge to make it so the Toxin is a little bit less weighted than the slash. But still give us some more status chance and give us that Toxin for one-shotting Corpus. These orange crits are from the Smita Cat buff. I didn't mean to do that there, but yeah, just remember, this weapon will never do this, because even with a fully stacked Blood Rush, you are struggling to get yellow crits with this thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and show it how strong it can be if it ever got a crit buff, which, I mean, how regularly does DE buff new weapons, you know? Like, they usually bug fix new weapons, but let's be real here, this thing's not getting buffed. The Sporothrix isn't going to get buffed. Honestly, the Sporothrix is better than this thing by a long shot. Like, the Sporothrix actually has, like, a very small amount of merit to it, where it's like, oh, you can make it a viral corrosive heat sniper rifle. This thing is just a status Warfan with bugged heavy attacks. And we've already got 2 other Warfans that are relatively okay. The Gunson is a status-focused Warfan, which has more crit than this, I believe. Let me check just to make sure. The Gunson is better than this. Although the Gunson does not fire off those projectiles, as far as I'm concerned, those projectiles just don't even need to exist because they're bugged. Yes, the Gunson has nearly double the amount of crit chance this thing has, while also having a higher crit multiplier and 7% less status chance. So, yeah. Get the Quasis over this 100%. I know the Quasis takes a Grandma Shard to build, but it honestly is easier to get that than to get these parts that are from the Isolation Vault, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah. Alright, so that was the full status build there. Not really anything to write home about. Let's do the hybrid build. Let's also use the Cedo shotgun to get them lots of procs for Condition Overload. Alright. I didn't actually check if I have the full status focus build on here. It shouldn't actually matter. But here is the Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, and Prime Smite of the Corrupted, which will make the slash procs do a lot more damage to these guys than they normally would. Alright, so proc them up. No, it's not going to be fully stacked up on the first couple. Just keep that in mind. As you can see, that looks kind of okay, doesn't it? Well, here's the thing, guys. Sure, it can kill them in like 3 or 4 hits with a full Cedo, like CO proc on them. But actual good melee weapons will kill them in 1 hit. And you won't. It's just less time on target. It's less like sitting in place to kill like 1 or 2 enemies. And I mean, these are not even. If you want to use this thing on the Steel Path, I would highly say no. Don't do that, please, because an actual good melee weapon on the Steel Path will tear through them with the slash procs and all that stuff. This is just, you're gonna be standing in place attacking them too much. So I have an Exterminate Steel Path footage in here. It takes like 8 minutes to beat it. Let's show the Quasis real quick. This is what this weapon should be like. Since the heavy attacks are currently bugged on the Arum Spinosa, this is what it should be like. But this is the thing. This is crit focused. The Quasis is crit focused. Arum Spinosa is status focused. Status heavy attacks, I don't think that has any room to shine in the game at all. So let's just show it. All right, it's complete. I mean, they're so one-shot right now. Like, they are so 87k slash proc. I'm sure we'll see bigger than that here. Is that one of those was 70? The other one was 95 hundo. Like, some of them are kind of low, but like the thing is, it's one-shotting them easily. And this will scale really well because this is only slash basically here. That's 178k. Pretty good, pretty good. This is with no buffs. Keep in mind, we were using the actually no, they're bugged. It wouldn't even matter if we showed you with condition overload on the Arum Spinosa on the heavy attack build because the mods just aren't working. It seems like, and that, you know what's funny? That bug actually was persistent on the Quastas when it came out too. That mods weren't applying to the projectiles on the heavy attack. So, you know, we might do a Arum Spinosa video revisited in the future if it. Okay, no, I'll do a video on it revisited if it's actually good after they bug fix it. Because, you know, the reason I did the Quastas revisited is because it actually became good after they bug fixed it. I don't think this thing will become good after they bug fix it, personally. Because, like, you know, the nice thing about having, like, heavy attacks is, like, a lot of, like, the mods that scale heavy attacks are focused on crit. Status heavy attacks that with 9% crit chance, like, you're going to be no, okay? I'm not down for that. But yeah, we're on the steel path right here. I sped it up just because I said this mission took a long time to beat. And we're using Harrow for some additional crit chance just to make this thing hopefully kill some guys here. And I'm using the Orphix as well. I mean, the Orphix one-shot that Butcher. That wasn't too bad. That Butcher's one-shot as well. I mean, Butchers have, like, basically no EHP, but, you know, they're dead. And it was also with the Harrow crit buff. Orphix better than Arum Spinosa. You heard it here first. Actually, no. If you know anything about the stats of weapons in this game, you probably could have called that one for yourself. This thing is actual mastery fodder. The Arum Spinosa. And honestly, I could call the Orphix mastery fodder as well. But, you know, maybe I'm looking at it in perspective now. Like, oh, at least it's not the Arum Spinosa. That thing, it has a stupid name, and it also is terrible. So, yeah. So I actually want to ask you guys some questions here. So, I was thinking about trying a live stream on YouTube. If you would be interested in something like that, let me know in the comments down below. And I might give that a shot. I found out some stuff, like if you mention the other live streaming platform in your YouTube videos, apparently YouTube doesn't like that. So I might try to not do that as much. Or maybe it works at the end if you mention it. But that might actually bring some changes to the channel coming up here. Because that would explain some things, like why some videos aren't getting pushed out and all that. And why the channel's not growing as much as I thought it should. So I do appreciate everyone that is hanging out here, though. So, but yeah, back on the weapon, it's bad. It should feel bad. It's probably the worst weapon DE's made in a long time. And I wish that I didn't put form on it, but then again, I try to make content on most of the weapons in this game, as we burn to death from a flame blade. So, you know, it's on me. It's on me that I put the form on this thing. It was like 3 or 4 forma, and I recommend 0. Don't even spend a single forma. We have 3 forma on this. Don't spend a single forma. If you like it for some weird reason, and you're hoping it will be better when it's buffed, I'd say the hybrid build is the best way to do it, because you can get access to it has high status chance, so you'll get access to like guaranteed slash procs after a certain combo multiplier, and then like you'll at least be getting yellow crit slash procs, right? Like, it's no Pangolin Prime, it's no Guandao, it's no Cronin, it's no Graham, whatever you feel like using today. But, you know, it sucks. There you go. I'll see you guys next time in the next video, and take it easy. Peace.